All right. Let's switch over to some listener submitted emails. I have one long one and one short one that's going to have a short answer.
Okay.
So we will do the short one first.
Okay.
Hey, Alex and Aaron, what do you guys use for payroll? Gusto. We use gusto.com. Happy
Is
to
this?
help you. I'm like, it's fantastic. It's about $45 a month. That's what we use. Go use that.
I
You're
thought
gonna
this was the
absolutely love it.
long one.
No, that was the short one. We'll do the long one next. But anything to add? Like I was like, this is a great question. Fantastic question. Like I got it from a friend, and I was like, I bet you people would want to know.
Yeah.
And then I went on Reddit, and I was like, yes, people do want to know.
Oh well, my other answer to that would be Gusto. So whether you want to use Gusto or Gusto, look it up.
Proper pronunciation. I honestly don't know.
I don't know.
I use them interchangeably.
I call it Gusto, but I just wonder if someone would be like, I was trying to find Goo Sto Gusto. So Gusto, Gusto, same thing.
The longer one. This is very long. From Chris.
Hey, Chris.
I own a small commercial landscaping and snow removal company in the upper Midwest. We've been around for 4 years and currently operate 3 trucks, 5 full-time employees, and a few seasonal guys in the winter. Last year, we did $601,000 in revenue, but here's the part that keeps me up at night. One property management company accounts for 62% of that. They have 14 commercial properties. They pay on time, and they're not a problem. The margins are decent. If I lost them, I'd need to lay off at least 2 employees immediately. I know intellectually this is risky, but practically they keep us busy year-round. They justify owning the equipment. They justify they're the reason we can offer consistent hours. I've tried to pick up more residential, but it's slower, higher touch, and honestly a pain compared to commercial. Yep. At what point does anchor client become single point of failure? Should I be actively trying to replace this revenue, even if it lowers margins short term, or is it smarter move to lock this client in harder with longer contracts and pricing adjustments?
I would do both. I would lock them into a longer contract. If you have that type of relationship where that's not going to be like, well, we're going to put this out for bid then. If you have a good relationship, I would lock it down. But that was what with Honestly Clean, like our giant client, I always wanted to have enough business besides them that if something happened, yes, you're going to have to, lay some people off, and that does suck, but it's not going to devastate your business as far as, you go out of business. You should always be growing. This is something that Alex and I talk about all the time. You should always be growing your business. And yes, focus on commercial clients. If that's not working, then yeah, add a service where you're focusing on residential stuff. Sure, it's annoying, but every single large landscaping company in my city does both. They have all their little clients that they take care of, and then they have all of their commercial ones. The nice thing about having a bunch of residential ones as well, you start meeting business owners who own businesses, and a lot of times they might need your service for their business. So that's another benefit of having residential, is it leads to more contracts. So we found that a lot when we'd be doing like carpet cleaning at a random house, and the guy owned a call center or owned a whatever, and we're like, hey, we'd love to give you a bid on cleaning your office space. And because he liked us, because we did a good job at his house, we almost always got it, because relationships are important. So that would be my advice. Always be growing. Focus on growing outside of that. What was it? $360,000 you're making off of that one client. Try and make sure you're at least, just always be growing. I was gonna say at least match what you're making with that one, but you want to make it so that client is 10% of what you're making as opposed to 60%. I know that sounds obvious, but that's what you got to do.
Yeah, and just based on the simple fact that you're writing an email leads me to believe that you do want to grow, and that this is causing you anxiety. So what Aaron said is the answer. I don't have much to add to it besides, you're concerned about this. And so I think you already know what the answer is, but I will ask you one question. Are you happy, like, with what you're making, and you're just like, "I just don't really wanna grow this thing much more?" I'm assuming that you want to grow, but if you're just like, "I'm kinda happy with where I'm at," like, maybe you just start reducing staff naturally, like, you're naturally gonna have people who are gonna quit or something like that. The reason that I'm saying that is if you're just like, "I'm just building a lifestyle brand for myself, not something that I wanna build into an empire," that could be
Mhm.
a route for you, but once again, my guess is you probably want to grow and you are looking for, like, new opportunities or else you wouldn't be writing into us, and then follow what Aaron said, but
Yeah.
really just comes
Yes.
down to getting a little uncomfortable.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Be comfortable with being uncomfortable. I just made that up. Aaron
Yep,
quote. I made it
yep.
up.
And thank you for the emails today. If you want to have your questions answered, please email unsexybusinessmen@gmail.com, and we will get those taken care of for you, and everyone have a wonderful rest of the week. Talk to you later.